guys, and welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of a thrift haul. I recently went thrifting, I think it was last week or the week before last week when I was wardrobing for the short film that I just put out. So I got some really cute items that I featured in that video, which I will show you. I also went ahead and went thrifting yesterday because I wanted to get some things for the summertime. I've also recently purchased a ton of new books that are all on my summer reading list, so I'm really excited to show you those. This will be a comprehensive what I'm wearing this summer as well as what I'm reading this summer. So we got clothes, we got books. That's all a girl like me could need. So let's get into it. So starting with the items that I purchased around 2 weeks ago for my short film. The first is this beautiful, beautiful nightgown. It is like a lacy chemise, if you will. It is floor length. It's so beautiful. It's so comfortable and so flowy. I shot a scene that was outside in the woods at nighttime, very Kate Bush music video inspired. I'll insert a clip of it here, but this was the exact perfect thing that I needed for that scene, so I was so happy when I found it. Also, would you guys be mad at me if I cut this into a shorter dress? Let me know, because I have utilized it as a long dress, so I feel like it would be okay to cut it. But if you guys are going to be mad at me for that, I won't do it. Just let me know. Another dress that I got that I wore in my short film is this beige dress. This is made out of silk and cotton, so it's a very, very comfortable material, which is what kind of drew me towards it. And I shot a scene that was like in grass, in like this tall kind of beige grass, and I kind of liked how I was like blending into the grass a little bit, and then I wore it with these red tights, and then it was like everything kind of blended in together, like my hair and the dress and the grass, but then it was like these red tights that just like popped out at you, which I thought was kind of an interesting thing to look at. By the way, guys, this day that I got this stuff was a horrible day because I was in the midst of my creative fire, creative energy, you know, head in the clouds as I am when I get really into this stuff, and I was like, okay, let me go to an antique store and do some thrifting. On my way there, can you imagine, I got pulled over. I got pulled over for speeding. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even, it's not like a place that I regularly drive, so I just didn't know the speed limit, you know. It was one of those things, and I swear I was only going over like a little bit, and it was like only for like a minute or so. Anyways, got pulled over for speeding, and I got a ticket, and that really brought me back down to earth and really humbled me so much, which I suppose must have been needed or something, because everything happens for a reason, or nothing happens for a reason. I don't know. But anyways, another thing that I bought was this gorgeous bag. I go to this one charity shop, and they always have cute bags. Like, if you guys ever see my thrifted bag collection, it is like most of them are from this store. It's where I got that one Brighton bag that I did my what's in my bag video with, amongst a lot of other ones, but this one is so cute. The brand is Capezio. It's definitely like from the early 2000s, you know, it has that early 2000s feel. I love the burgundy color. It's kind of like a duffel bag style on the inside. Like, I can fit at least 2 books in here, as well as like a regular sized water bottle, so it's very spacious. And it also has a shoulder strap as well, so I can, you know, really strap it on when I'm on the go. And then I just went ahead and added this lace ribbon because that's what I do. Okay, next, getting into the items that I purchased yesterday. I went to a little charity shop near me. It is officially June. We're getting into summer, and it's getting a lot hotter where I live, so I kind of wanted to get some summer clothes, especially some like cute like casual stuff that I can just like throw on the everyday. So the first thing I got, which is actually one of my favorites, is this polka dot dress. It's like calf length, and it's just really casual and light and airy, and I can literally just like throw this on with like my hiking sandals and go on my walks outside. I feel like I could also like dress it up, you know, and I've really been into polka dots lately. I don't know what it is. Polka dots are the vibe. It is twee revival. Next thing is this skirt, which is very Y2K to me. Like, this is very much like the kind of things I used to wear back in my church days, but I kind of have this like vision for it. I've been watching Sex and the City like most girls because it is on Netflix now, which isn't my first time watching Sex and the City, and the fashion in it I have been loving. Of course, Carrie's always wearing like these kind of longer skirts in the summer with like a little tank top and some cute sandals, and I think that's definitely going to be my vibe this summer, and I feel like this is the perfect item for that. And next I got these 2 little like basic tank tops because you can never go wrong with just some basic tank tops. They were just like a couple dollars, so I went ahead and grabbed them. First is just this like cotton white tank top, super basic. I can wear it to sleep, I can wear it for workouts, I can maybe even dress it up a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just always good to have nice fitting basics like this. And then I got this black one, which is a little bit more of like a spandexy kind of material. So I thought it would be good for when I'm being a little bit athleisure, if you can imagine that. But I am going hiking in Colorado next week-ish. So I thought this would be a good thing to get for that. But also I feel like I could, layer this up and wear it with skirts and different things like that as well. Okay, next is this lacy white dress. I don't love it on, but in theory, it's very, very beautiful. I love the lace, I love the material, and I really, really like how it's kind of ruffly on top. Maybe I will challenge myself this summer to do a little bit of a thrift flip with this dress. I think it would be so much cuter if it had an empire waistline. So I think that's going to be one of my summer projects with this one. Next is this vintage Ann Taylor dress. What really drew me to this one was the color. And I'm also going to a wedding next week in Utah. It's wedding season for me, kind of. I mean, all of my cousins are like coming of age and they're all religious, so they're all just like getting married one after the other. So I'm always looking for like cute, like more like modest kind of dresses to wear to weddings. And I saw this one, thought the color was really pretty, so I thought I would just go ahead and get it. I don't love it on me, so I'm probably not going to wear this one. However, in the back of my mind when I bought this, I was also thinking of something for my mom to wear. So I'm gonna give this one to her to try on and see if she wants to wear it to the wedding. And lastly for clothes is this skirt. I was gonna try on all these clothes in the dressing room at the thrift store, but there was like such a long line and I just was getting overstimulated, honestly, and I just had to get out of there. But I went ahead and got this one. It is like a black corduroy pleated skirt. It is a little bit too big, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and list this one on my Poshmark. I'll link down below if you guys want to shop my closet. Again, it's a size 4. It like almost fits. It's just like a tiny bit too big and I'm just like not gonna wear it because of that. Next, I'm getting into all of the books that I got, which is so exciting. I ordered a few books online from, I think it was like World of Books or Thrift Books or something like that. I ordered a few books online a few weeks ago, so I've already read a couple of them. And then yesterday I went to the library, and I've told you guys about this before, but in my library there is a section where they sell books, a whole bunch of used books for everything's like pretty much under $2. So it's either like $1, 50 cents, or $2. Like those are the price options. So I always go crazy in there and it's so much fun. Starting with some of the books that I bought a few weeks ago. The first one is Truman Capote, The Early Stories. Truman Capote is a writer and a screenwriter and playwright. He's mostly well known for Breakfast at Tiffany's, amongst a few other things. But I bought this book because I took a class on Skillshare about keeping a writer's diary, and the teacher of the class had really recommended this one and he made it sound really good and really inspiring, so I went ahead and got it. It's just a collection of short stories essentially, but I'm really excited to get into this one. And next, this is the most exciting part of the video. I have been on a Virginia Woolf kick, if you will. My goal for the summer is to read all of her books, so I went ahead and ordered these 3. The first one I've already read is Jacob's Room. This book catastrophically rocked my world for a few weeks there. It is a story about a young Jacob. It follows him throughout his life from his early years all the way up until he goes to war, the First World War, but he's only viewed through the lens of the people around him, so it's just other people viewing him. So it's a really interesting way to tell a story, and it kind of goes in and out of storytelling into Virginia's stream of consciousness, where she kind of has this critique on Edwardian society, if you will. This book actually inspired a lot of the short film that I just posted. I just really love this viewpoint of someone's life through the lens of other people. And if you haven't seen my last short film, it's called A Love Letter to Girlhood, and I kind of feature letters that were written to me throughout my life. The book kind of ends up in like a nihilistic rambling, which is exactly how my own brain works, so I really, really enjoyed this one. And the one that I'm currently reading is Orlando by Virginia Woolf, which I'm actually almost finished with. This one is also rocking my world a little bit. It is about a character, Orlando, who switches between genders and also mystically jumps through time as well. So it is very much a critique on society and gender in general, and it's just a really, really interesting viewpoint and really, really catastrophically ahead of its time. And the other Virginia Woolf novel I got is The Lighthouse. I have not yet read this one, but I'm very excited to. I've read a couple of passages from it and it seems very, very interesting, so I'm excited to get into that one. Again, my goal for the summer is to read every Virginia Woolf book. So I have those ones. I've already read A Room of One's Own, and I've already read Mrs. Dalloway. Next, I went to my local library yesterday and I picked up these. Literally, I spent $3 in total on these 4 books, which is an amazing deal. The first one is Pygmalion by Bernard Shaw. As you can tell, there's a trend here. I've been really into classic feminist literature at the moment, and when I get into something, it's like my brain is just on that wavelength and I just want to keep consuming that kind of content whilst my brain is working in that way. So I'm really excited to read this one. Next one is Girl with a Pearl Earring. This is one that's kind of been on my list for a while now. I will read you the back. History and fiction merge seamlessly in Tracy Cavalier's luminous novel about artistic vision and sensual awakening. Through the eyes of 16-year-old Greets, the world of 1660s Holland comes dazzling alive in the richly imagined portrait of the young woman who inspired one of Vermeer's most celebrated paintings. If the words artistic vision and sensual awakening are used in the book description, I'm automatically interested because that's where I'm at right now. And then I got a biography. I have not sat down and read a biography in ages. I literally cannot even remember the last one that I did, but this is The Life of Charlotte Bronte. Love Charlotte Bronte, so I figured I might as well read this one. I think once I get off my feminist literature kick, I will go ahead and read this one, which will segue perfectly, I think, and then after this I can reread Jane Eyre, which is definitely time for a reread of that book. Maybe come autumn I will do that. And lastly, I picked Milk and Honey up for $1 at the library, which is very exciting. Somehow I don't have this in my poetry collection, but it feels like something that I should have. It is just the poetry book of our generation. It feels like this was so popular when I was in high school. Like literally every artsy kid had this book, but I never really got into it up until now. So I'm excited to dive into this a little bit more, and I'm going on a road trip next week, so I think this will be a good one to have with me because sometimes I find it hard to read for like long periods of time in the car because it gives me a headache. So it's good to have like little things that I can just pick up and kind of read a couple of passages, such as poetry books. Another thing that I thrifted, I guess you could say, I wouldn't really consider this thrifting, but it is a used item, which is my new film camera. This is the Olympus Stylus Epic Zoom 80. I already talked about it in another video, but I figured I might as well show it here because I'm aware that not every single person watches every single video of mine. This is my new film camera. I have been loving it so much. So far, out of all the film cameras I've tried, this has definitely been my favorite. It's so easy to use and the pictures always turn out really cool. So yeah, I've been loving that. Okay guys, that is all of the clothing and books that I have to show you guys today. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires your next thrifting adventure. I think that's everything. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I have my Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest linked down below. It's all just Romney Ellen if you want to follow me over there. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!